Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. Wolverine Guy Kill. Boys, 2 points.
Right up Main Street.
We win this shit.
Oh my god, penetration.
Wolverine Guy Kill. Welcome to the Wolverine Nation. All right, good morning, everybody. Welcome in, Grades Faye, and Fuchsia Lagnick. Good morning. Thanks for showing up bright and early today. I am Wolverine Guy Kev. I am a professional opera singer, a father of 4, and in my spare time, I work out in my basement. And here I am again. Today is back in Bicep Day. I'm not gonna lie, I am really low energy today. Super Kev has arrived. Thank you, Faye. I'm pretty low energy today. I just took my pre-workout. I'm gonna do some stretching, and I am gonna see where to go from there. But essentially, that means that I am probably not deadlifting today, which is not a huge deal. But I like to deadlift. Your allergy. Oh no, that just like sinus seasonal bullshit, or like were you suddenly allergic to Leia? Leia's his dog, in case you didn't know. Do the Scorpions only do one song and then just like change the lyrics? Because this sounds suspiciously like "Rock You Like a Hurricane." Too much yeast? Ah, yeah. Cranberry juice. I'm kidding. This is why I'm not allowed out in public at all. For any reason. I should not be granted a First Amendment right whatsoever. So I'm gonna go ahead and do my normal set of stretches. It's not even for yeast. Some woman lurking going, does he understand how a vagina works? No, I don't actually. It is one of the great mysteries of the universe. But so I'm gonna do some stretching to see how I might do a core workout. I have not made up my mind yet. It's been a slow moving morning today. I stayed up pretty late waiting for Jen to get home. For those of you that don't know, my wife is a dialysis nurse and picked up extra shifts at a different clinic. Thank you for dropping in the stream yesterday. Oh yeah, no problem, man. Anytime I've got actual time to do it, I'm down. That turned into a whole thing about the so yesterday I was in Fuchsia Lab Mixed Stream and we were talking about when I dropped in, they were talking about earnings, I guess. And one of his community members, that I'm not gonna name, was saying, "Oh, that's against Twitch terms of service. You can get banned for that." And I was like, "No, the fuck you can't. That's a violation of federal law." Well, it's in your affiliate agreement. No, it's not. No, it's not. This dude argued with me forever. And he was like, "Google it, you'll find it." I'm like, "No, I'm literally looking at the affiliate agreement right now. It's not there. There's nothing about discussing compensation." I made one comment and turned into a whole thing. That's how it usually starts. So As usual, what this was is somebody heard somebody say something and understood it wrong, or the person they heard somebody say it, the person that they heard say it said it wrong and just didn't understand what they were talking about. Even when that person, like, put right into chat the quote, I'm like, that's not contractual language. That is somebody telling you something. He goes, oh, I don't fucking know. Like, why would you be spreading that nonsense to begin with? Okay. No, number one, Twitch don't care. And then they were like, you can't talk about the percentage of revenue you get from subscribers either. If you're an affiliate, you get the same split as everyone else. And you get the same split as most of the partners. The partners don't even get a bigger split. They have to negotiate for that. Once they become successful partners, then they can negotiate for a bigger split. Now, it is true that in their agreement, in the partner contract, not the affiliate contract, that there is a confidentiality clause for what the specific split percentage is and certain specifics of the contract. But if I want to tell you that last month, whatever I made down to the penny, nobody can stop me. It is a violation of federal law to stop people from discussing their compensation. It's such a weird hill to die on. And I've had my job threatened before for discussing compensation. I have no idea what stretch I'm supposed to be on right now, so I'm just doing this one again. That mentality of not telling others, it's just silly mentality. It really is. And effectively, it's usually, now you said you had a union rep tell you shouldn't do that, which is really, really strange.
Show me those biddies.
Hey, Premise Land, thank you so much for those biddies. What's up? How you doing today? How you feeling? Because usually that's a union busting tactic. You get people to think that you're playing favorites with them and then keep them from collectively organizing to better the whole, is what that normally is. Much better. I can breathe and walk. Those are two very important functions. Oh. And I had the weirdest dream. That my wife like hit menopause and lost her damn mind and like got a girlfriend. And there were parts of this dream admitted I was like, okay, but then there was the rest of it. It was so bizarre. It wasn't like one of those dreams. I wish. but seriously, like what is my brain on right now? It's like if you're old enough to remember those 80s don't do drugs commercials, my brain was the fried egg. New teachers got a big step raise and got hired in that apparently other teachers didn't get hired in with. That is not okay. Like, you guys have standardized pay tiers, right? That are probably based on years of service and continuing education credits, correct? Oh. So, like, the thing the union is supposed to, why? Why is this always wet right here? Am I just dripping in this spot, or is something over here? Bathroom sink, or the kitchen sink is over there. So there's nothing here. This is the freaking dining room. You made Kodiak muffins this one? Ooh. They gave me some extra steps. on the last day before my contract went into effect. So when you say extra steps, do you mean like they bumped you up to a new pay tier? I'm not familiar with the lingo, so. Oh. Sorry, got a jet, kids, school, all that. Happy gainzzing. All right, Faye, thank you so much for stopping by before you had to head out. Like they told me I was going to start at step 1 and then raise me to steps. Interesting. And that's the kind of shit that they can't do. I mean, it's great that it worked out for you, but that causes a lot of problems. And it undercuts the union's power to collectively better the whole. That said, I don't blame you for not saying a fucking word. I wouldn't have. But still, like objectively from a distance, like, and I mean, I've gotten some things like that from the opera house. Honestly, there have been a couple operas that I've gotten cast in that I didn't even audition that year. I just got a phone call saying, "Hey, I noticed that you didn't audition. Is there something going on, or what happened?" And they're like, "Oh, well, things came up." Like, okay, you want to do this show? Yes, I do. All right, please don't tell anybody because you're really supposed to audition. Like, yeah, I know. Most teachers thought that they had a prior experience, but there was a split. Well, then there needs to be some kind of clause in the contract to make that uniform. But it can't be arbitrary. And again, I'm not knocking you for that. That is a fault on the either the administration or the union, one of the two. So I think I'm just going to start right off with lat pull downs. I got a new toy. You guys can see this new attachment that I have here. I'm going to bring that over into focus there. Is that a good spot? Yeah. So this black bar that I have here allows me for a wide grip and a neutral grip so that my palms are facing each other. I don't believe it was arbitrary. I don't know. Hey, Hex, how you doing? I don't know. I just when you said there's a split, it made me wonder if there was some like not necessarily like random. Well, you get a raise and you get a raise, or if it was based on an opinion or something. So that's just it needs to be written down in a contract that there are certain conditions that would raise you up to X amount of steps based on prior experience or how many years of experience would constitute a single step up. There needs to be some kind of scale like that. What am I doing? I am starting a workout. I am there. And this is a strength training workout. I don't have all the information. No. I'm just curious. Hex, how the hell are you doing? I was looking over the VOD from a stream a day or so ago, and I realized that Dixie said, like, had this whole, like, was trying to have this whole conversation with me, and I apparently kept missing her messages. Please let her know that that was not on purpose. All right, so this is a warm-up set. I have never used this particular attachment before, but I'm very excited. Hi, high beam. Nice. I'm really feeling that in the middle of my back, which is really cool. So this attachment is allowing me to get more movement off of the scapular plane, which essentially means my shoulders can go back and forth. Which I can do with this grip, but this is allowing me to get more of the middle of my upper back, or the center of my. That's what she said. Hi, Beam. How are you today? How are you feeling? I know yesterday you were having some issues, um, and obviously you were not here, and you posted in the Discord that you did do some walking, so that's good. I worry about you. That's all. So parenting moment. My 3-year-old, my my wonderful, beautiful, autistic 3-year-old child loves watching coffee brew in my Keurig. Yesterday, a couple of hours. So anyway, it's one of my big ones, the 16 ounces. Set it on the Keurig, push the buttons. Cadence immediately runs over and starts watching it brew. Okay.
I
I
can
start doing
smell
other
you.
stuff. Thank you so much for the lurk who did that. Hi, Bean. Thank you for the lurk. Still dealing with stress-induced physical strains from Monday yesterday's discussion related to the move. Can't really chat, but working projects. Hi, everyone. Aw. So I start doing other things because now Kate is occupied and my coffee is brewing. All right. I'm cleaning stuff. And I go back into the kitchen and Cadence is messing around in the fridge. I don't know what he was doing. Okay, cool. I picked up whatever he had dropped out of the fridge. And then I was like, oh yeah, I brewed coffee. So I go over to the Keurig and here's my coffee cup. We're talking surface tension full. Like, what the fuck? With cream. Like, did I have coffee in this before I brewed it? And I'm so confused. And finally it hits me. This thing is fucking overflowing. And my child was just next to the fridge. Like, no. There is no way I open up my fridge. I've got 2 things of coffee creamer in there. I pick up the one that is closest to the edge of the door, which is the open one. The motherfucker is empty. Empty. He emptied my creamer into my coffee. Like, Dad clearly forgot that this is what he's supposed to do. So I'm going to finish brewing his coffee for him. All right. I'm going to move this. there a little bit. I'm hitting my mic with the attachment. That feels good though. Was I really muted for the first part of that story? That's weird. I didn't touch anything. Huh. Maybe I bumped it with the attachment. I don't know. Y'all can hear me now though, right? We got the point of the story, yes? I brewed a coffee, went to clean other shit, found my son messing around in the fridge. Then I went over to the coffee. Motherfucker was full with cream. He had creamed my coffee. Emptied my creamer. Emptied it. Now I can't leave him alone with my coffee. He tries to be so helpful. He comes up to me and hands me his garbage now, rather than throwing it away because he sees me throw away things all the time. So clearly, I am the gatekeeper to the trash, which is great. So we are up to, let's see, 90 plus, what is this, 130? Try to make coffee for my dad. Thought the measuring cup was 1 spoon. So instead of being like a cup, you thought it was a tablespoon. That's a pretty decent size difference there. How is everyone? Hey, Vital Philly, how are you doing? Welcome in, welcome in. We're just talking about children being helpful. Six. So I'm not using my straps on this. There's a reason I'm not using my straps, because the straps that I have, there's no way to wrap them around this attachment. If you're the gatekeeper, sounds like you need Rick Moranis. Wasn't Rick Moranis? No, Rick was the keymaster. You're right. I had to sit there and go through the lines of the movie going, which one was which? Vince Clortho, keymaster of Gozer. You put trash in different trash cans, maybe he's not sure. No, I only have one. He's sure. He just wants Daddy to do it. That's all. Part of the issue is that, and I think this is what it is, when he goes to the trash, sometimes he sees something in there that he wants. So there's that. Yesterday he got super pissed at me because I kept him from playing in the Drano in the sink. Oops. With strong coffee. Oh, you did it with the coffee grounds, fuchsia, and not the I was thinking you did that with like the sugar or the creamer or something. Why do I have all of these notifications? This is crazy. So I tried streaming on TikTok yesterday. I'm not sure I'm gonna do it on a regular basis. Yeah, with the coffee grounds. Right, I'm gonna bonk my head. This thing is solid, okay? It came with this super heavy duty carabiner as well. Like the one that came with my lat pull down machine will not accommodate for this monster. So it's hefty. It's beefy. Got beef and spice. Yeah. All right, this is set. This is my second working set. Remember, if you can do a ton of reps, it's a warm up set. Ah, 7, 8. All right. Ah. I'm pretty much going to not total failure, but the point where I'm only doing partial reps on this. So that is exactly where I want to be. So 130 is perfect in my 6 to 10 rep range. Remember, when you're picking rep ranges, or if you're looking at a workout and somebody's like, oh, you need to do 8 to 12 reps of this, don't pick a weight that's too light that you have more than 1 or 2 in the tank. Really, more than 1 in the tank at the end of that. You want to feel in your first set that you cannot do more than 12, maybe 13 reps of that. And if you can, go heavier. If you're somebody that's like, what I see a lot of are people that are like, I don't want to get bulky, I want to tone up. Okay, that goal is valid. I'm not going to knock anybody for that. But they've heard that like higher reps, lower weight. Okay, that's also valid, but you're getting really general at that point. And what people will do is they'll like take dumbbell curls, for instance. They're doing 5, maybe 10-pound dumbbells, and they're doing 15 reps, and they probably could have gotten 30 out of it. Now, this is not a knock at people that pick up 10-pound dumbbells and it's really fucking heavy for them, okay? That's not a knock at you. This is a knock at people that don't understand that doing 15 reps of a weight that is too light for that rep range does not do you any good. It's called resistance training because there has to be resistance. Starting to wake up now a little bit. I'm telling you, I woke up around 6, then I rolled over. But anyway, I got the kids up to school. I got home. I immediately cleaned my kitchen because it was in dire need of that. And then I got to about 9:30, 9:45. I was just, man, I just don't feel like working out. I was going to regardless, but I just felt like butt. Idle Philly, yes, I'm doing really, really good actually. The fact my boss trusts me enough to take a company car home. Then ooh, wow. I always use the company car because I'm unemployed. Every car is the company car. All right. So I am going to do one more set of these. And I'm going to start dropping the weight off. I'm really going to focus on the rhomboids, which is the very center. And then shit. The other muscles that are on the outside of that, I don't remember what they are. But it's going to be focusing on moving that, changing that scapular plane. I use a lot of words. I only half know what they mean. Ugh. Ugh. All right. So I'm going to drop 20 pounds. And we're going to continue the same motion. And drop 20 pounds and do one more. Whew. God damn, my back is sore now. Ray Bradbury Theater, no. I got to drop it off at his house in the morning and use that as a chance to walk 20 minutes or so back home. Good for you. I've got a path that I walk in my neighborhood. Takes me 27 minutes to walk it. Never tried running it, but it's just short of a mile and a half. And when I do it, I've pretty much been pretty consistent. Well, no, I haven't. I posted it in my workout log on Discord, on my Discord channel. Can't see the fitness section because you're not subscribed. And I don't mean the general health and fitness in the general chat. I mean the actual Swolverine Nation. So if you want access to that channel, subscribe to my Twitch, link your Twitch to your Discord. Boom, you've got access to the workout program that a version of the workout program I do right now. I have tweaked it a little bit since I published it. And that's going to get more detailed as time goes on. All right. I'm going to lose this attachment, and I'm going to grab the regular lat pull down bar, and I'm going to go to reverse grip. I'm going to give my back just a second to recover here, though. So that, speaking of parenting, Joel's having an issue with one of his classmates, which is really frustrating because one, Joel is such a sweet kid. He does not know how to handle it when people are mean to him. And two, this is a kid I've had over to my house and continuously asks Joel to hang out with him after school. But he's also constantly telling Joel that he's ugly, that he's stupid, tries to cheat off of Joel's homework, and it's not okay at all. And to the point where Joel doesn't like going to class, and that's a huge issue. And of course, I am dealing with a teacher that is newer, and 1 second. Library books due today. Yeah, I know that. Good morning. I am messaging you because Bryson has continued calling Joel ugly and dumb. and has also escalated to Bryson wanting to copy Joel's schoolwork. This is still causing Joel anxiety, and I have asked him every day this week to talk, but I'm afraid to do so for whatever reason. To observe her with this behavior. I mean, or I could take care of it. I'm in more than one. Hello, hello. Better late than never. What is happening, Magnetron? You want the kid taking care? No, I did not say that. All right, so I'm doing reverse grip, lat pull downs. I am using my glove and not my straps because reasons. But I am putting my thumb over the top of the bar so as to just hook with my hands, and I'm going to be pulling down with my elbows rather than my hands. It is simply a way of envisioning the lift. I mean, obviously my hands are what's pulling, but I'm thinking of pulling from my elbows. I've got the body tension started up here. I've braced my core. Braced my core better. Whoops. I almost fell right on my ass. Ugh. Need to go just a little bit heavier with these. Magnetron, how are you doing today? You have to say anything? Morning, Kev. Just woke up, hitting workout with you a bit late today. Celtic Druid Faye, hello, hello, hello. What are we working today? Yeah, so I don't know what the deal is with this kid. Maybe he's got issues at home. Maybe he doesn't understand how to joke with people. I mean, you know, and I explained to Joel, like, in this house, we do make fun of each other to an extent, but we also know where the boundaries are. We know not to cross those boundaries. And if we do accidentally, we have encouraged him, especially, to say, you know what, that was across the line. And then it never happens again. Um, and maybe that's just the way that his family interacts. I don't know. You know, I'm trying to not come at it from the lens of somebody that was bullied mercilessly all the way through high school, where, like, my first reaction is you need to beat that kid's ass, because that's seriously where I'm at. You know, I have zero tolerance for bullies. Not maybe going to throw hands. Well, not after one of your gym sessions. Hell, kid will whoop that ass. Working cardio? Hell yeah. I need to do more cardio. My cardio fitness is, my VO2 max is just below what is considered below average. So it's low. My watch actually yelled at me yesterday after my walk. It was like, are you aware? Like, yes, bitch, I am. I am out of shape. Thank you. All right, it's going to be set 2 of reverse grip pull downs. I'm going to do some standard pull downs after that. So today's a lot of pull downs. I'm working on width in the back. A lot of pull down motions. I am not doing deadlifts today. I still may do core at some point. I have no idea how many that was. But that's where my muscle said, nope, no more. And it's an awkward grip for me, too. I'm sure it's an awkward grip for everybody. There's also the possibility of the kid doing it because he's in front of other students. I don't think anyone else can really see what's going on, though. We're talking about in class, one-on-one to each other. We're not talking about like in a group. So while I'm not discounting that that's a possibility, I'm not sure how much it's a factor just because of the setting. Calmly ask, listen, kid, you want to play? I got a ball, but you can catch. I had one child back when it was a long time ago. Braden was a little kid. And there was this other kid from the other side of the neighborhood behind us. He's nothing but a troublemaker. And it was largely in part due to the fact, I'm sure, I'm not casting blame here, okay? But mom worked all the time and she was the only parent. What are you going to do? So he was running amok and he started insulting Braden, and Braden's got that mouth on him even at that age, and this kid got pissed off and punched Braden right in the stomach right in front of my house. I may have gone a little overboard because I think that kid pissed himself. I have a very, very, very big and deep voice, and I made it very clear that that kid was never to come over to this side of the neighborhood ever again. Maggie, you probably remember that. I put the fear of God into that kid. So much so that the next time he saw me, he froze in the middle of the sidewalk, and I had to convince him that it was okay, and he continued doing whatever he was. I was in his side of the neighborhood. You don't remember that in the least? Oh my God. He was always causing trouble on our side of the neighborhood. He was um he was trying to throw some of the smaller animals that were pets. He was messing with Logan a bit, and Logan was like 3. B had his shirt ripped. No, I actually don't remember that. All right, this is set 3. Ugh. 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 I'm gonna switch over to my straps. And I'm gonna do regular pull downs. Must wait
Show
tonight.
me those
Night me morning.
bitties.
I don't understand time anymore. Working night shift anyway. Have a good day. Thanks, brother. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for the biddies. Always a pleasure to see you, sir. Happened at school. Basically came over the pawn, chucked shirt, split up both sides. My own kids, a normally calm and quiet person. I married mom voice and a temper at times when they were younger. All right, guys, real quick, I'm gonna take a very short bathroom break. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Can you guys can hear the audio on those clips, right? Because that first one is one of my favorite stories about hanging out with Maggie. She dared me to do a shot of hot damn, and I said no fucking way, and she was like, I'll do a beer, and I called the waitress right over, and Maggie did not expect me to actually do it. I hate cinnamon so much. The first thing I ever got throw up drunk on. And she hates beer. She has a beer face. Full body shudder. It's rather hysterical. It's also my cinnamon face. So I mean, can't really make fun of her too much. However, I had to drink a shot. She had to drink a 12-ounce beer. So, I mean, you tell me who won. All right, so changing the grip is changing the angle that we're hitting the muscles. So while this may look like the same exercise, it is a slightly different exercise. We're going to go just 110 pounds on this because this is going to be my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9th set of pull downs, even though some of them were warm up sets. That still drains the life bar, so to speak. Ugh. 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 Got that 8 out, so that's all I care about. I've started playing Fallout quite a bit. I mentioned this yesterday. Fallout 4 specifically. I've never played it on PC before. It's the same game, but the controls are just a bit not intuitive. And that is a lot. And yes, you can customize them, but there's a lot to do with the fact that like buttons I need to access by default are things like the left control key. Like what? My hand don't reach down there. So I spent a lot of time having to Fallout 4 again too. I just restarted a campaign. I'm literally just now like moving. I just finished with the Commonwealth fighting off the Raiders, getting your first power suit. Went back to the first settlement with the 5 members of the Minutemen that Homeboy had left. Built up some of their encampment, and now I'm heading out to the second settlement. Or I could head straight to Diamond City, but I need to level up. But my God, the amount of glitching in that game is making it almost unplayable. It's insane. And I mean, before you say Bethesda, this is not just like a glitch here and there. Like, there was a point where I was walking by what looks to be an old water treatment plant. It's right in the beginning of the game where this dude can't get the water pump started. It's because there's a giant fucking monster down at the bottom of the reservoir that you have to fight. I've played this mission before. And so I was walking around the water, and there is at one point where the ground just doesn't exist. You can see it, but you're going to fall through it every time. And it's a whole fucking ramp that does not exist. And I have tried multiple times and ended up getting stuck and having to just go back to my last save point. And this is a game that I was considering streaming. I can't play the game. This has happened in multiple spots. So I don't know specifically what needs to happen. If it's a problem with my PC not rendering it properly, or if it's a problem the graphics settings are just fucked up. Because I know I didn't have this problem on the Xbox. So much for me streaming video games. All right, set 2. Ugh. 7, 8. Whew. Damn. It's just really fucking frustrating because I want to get to the point where the game starts getting really interesting. You know, and I can't do that if I can't even pass the basic levels on what is normal difficulty. Although hilariously, I completely forgot that the VAT system existed. And I ran through a lot of ammo in the beginning of the game. The targeting is just not intuitive at all. So it's gotten better. It's gotten a lot better. So I don't know. I'm probably this weekend I'm completely unsupervised. I may just sit my ass in front of either my PC or my Xbox and just play it nonstop. Speaking of binging, hold on. Graphic settings within the game itself, adjust on medium and C works. I mean, maybe. I mean, I'm willing to give anything a shot at this point. I'm so and I didn't spend a lot of money on the game. I bought it when it was like $2. It's an old game. It went on sale on Steam, and because I already owned it. You know, Jen got it for me for Christmas many years ago. Like we're talking 2013 or 14. And I was so geeked too. I was like, there goes my social life, and I am completely fine with this. And now I have no social life, and I don't play video games for some reason. I do it more often. So anyway, speaking of binging, I finally got through the end of season 5 of Smallville. What the fuck? So first of all, they had a run where every episode had the same plot as a horror movie. And I don't mean like a random horror movie. I mean, there was one that was straight up Flatliners. There was one that was straight up Saw. And then this whole thing with Zod possessing somebody, which is not unique to Smallville. This is something that has happened canonically. How they did it was very strange. But whatever. Anyway, Lex is now Zod. The city's all going to hell. Well, the world's all going to hell because they did the plot of Die Hard 4. That Die Hard with no, it's not Die Hard with a Vengeance. That's Live Free or Die Hard. Yes? A Good Day to Die Hard. No. It's one of those. It's Die Hard 4, the one where the fire sale with the computer hackers. Yeah, they did that. So the world's just like immediately, like within minutes, went to rioting and looting. And I'm like, oh, okay. It's the middle of the fucking night. How do you even know you're without power? But whatever. 26, they released a PS5 version, there's a smallish upgrade. I know there was a new upgrade. And it went to fuck me. It went to everywhere. There was an upgrade everywhere. There was one on my PC. It was like 20 some odd gigs. There was one on my Xbox. It was the same size. And it's not a thing. Lana's dating Lex. Lex is actually Zod. The whole world is crumbling, and Clark Kent is now in the Phantom Zone. Like, that is a fucked up way to leave the season. Ah. Ah. All right, that's it for those. Hey, Boogie, what's happening? How you doing today? Me get this adjusted back to where it should be. Yes. I think that's right. Better anyway. How you doing, Boogie? Is this fight for your right to party? That's fucking amazing. There, that's better. All right. How you doing? How's work? I'm seeing you getting all those walks in. All right. So what I need is I need my phone. I didn't even realize I'm wearing my Superman shirt while I'm talking about Smallville. I'm still, as far as Smallville goes, I'm still kind of messed up on a couple of things because it's just like Smallville specific things, like why Jor-El has been the way that he has been, why certain symbols are the way that they are. Nobody tell me. I will get there. But like certain symbols they have, I'm like, I know that don't mean what they're saying it means. Notes app. So I did all of those. Really, we're already into arms. Okay, so we're going to get into supinated dumbbell curls. I'm going to need my gloves back on, and we're going to be starting to work the biceps. That was, oh Jesus, really? Wow. My wrists have gotten smaller. Only my waist would follow. So yeah, so for the back workout today, there's basically two movements you can use for your back. Pull down or pull this. Oh, you know what I can do? I'm going to do straight arm pull downs before I get into that. I haven't done those in forever. Beastie Boys, you gotta fight for your right to party. Sounds just like the Beastie Boys. I'm so good. Party. That's what they should sound like. Nothing quite like operatic Beastie Boys. All right, I'm going to start with 55, and we're going to see where this goes. I have a feeling this is going to be far too light. But I've not done this exercise in this gym. And pulley systems, when they differ, sometimes don't accurately translate to the weight that you're lifting. So we'll start here, go from there. All right, so I need a straight bar. And this is going to work the lats. Essentially what I'm doing is I'm putting, essentially what I'm doing here is I'm putting my arms straight out and pushing down this way. This is going to work the majority of my my upper middle back and lats. That really wasn't that far off of what I need to lift. I went to 12 on that one, but I'm going to go another 10 pounds. This lift, this movement is deceptively challenging because you wouldn't think that 60, 70 pounds is a lot of weight for something that's using both of your arms. But you've got no leverage behind it. So it can involve some shoulder. I'm feeling a little bit of shoulder engagement, especially with my shoulders being sore as they have been the past couple of weeks. But it's a lot of like, I'm feeling the outside of my lats especially. So those are contracting to help move my elbows closer, essentially. Anytime you're pulling, your lats and your back is engaged. So it's a question of whether or not it's your scapular engagement here. Scapular is not the right word. Or your lat engagement here. Ooh, I got the tingles right in the center of my back. I'm gonna stop trying to use big words because I don't remember what the right words are. Six, 7. Again. Ooh. Huh. All right. That's a good weight for that. Jesus. When I'm doing this, I'm not letting my arms come up. I'm trying not to let my arms come up any higher than parallel with the floor. And I am leaning a little bit more forward to get a little bit more range of motion here. So really coming up just above parallel. But the more upward you go, the more your shoulders are going to be pulled out of alignment, and the more it's going to hurt. We don't want that. We don't want to engage our shoulders unless they are supported or it's a shoulder-specific movement. Otherwise, your deltoids, which are smaller muscles, are going to get pulled all out of whack. If you've ever had a bad shoulder, you know, it fucks up your rotator cuff, it fucks up your day. Yesterday, I benched 295 pounds for 5 reps. I felt really good about that. And then I did a huge drop after that to 225. My son's like, you can throw more weight around than that. I'm like, bitch, I just did. What the hell? So next week, I'm probably going to go, let's see, what was I at? 295. I'll probably go 3 plates, see if I can go 315. I used to be able to do that for reps. I'm pretty sure I felt like I could do more than what I did on the first set. I don't know about the second set, but the first set I felt like I could do more than what I did. So the next time Braden is down here, I'm going to try to PR. I just won't do it without a spotter. I will break something on me. That was weird. No, I don't want that. There. Ah. 8, 9. good. Yeah, so starting
Welcome to the Wolverine
Wicked
Nation.
Lady. Thank you so much for that sub. Welcome back to the Wolverine Nation. I owe you 10 squats. Oh. Oh. Thank you so much, Wicked Lady, for that sub. How are you doing today? Gorgeous girl. All right. We're switching over to biceps. Get that twerk on, girl. Switching over to bicep curls. Move this up just so I stop hitting myself on it, or at least only hit my head. What's happening, girl? All right. Just got a message from Joel's teacher. Hold that thought, please. Honestly, I don't see this happen. I see Joel initiate a lot of the talking. Line today, mother went to Joel, moved back to spot behind Bryson. Talking just not to Joel, turn on and see talk to Bryson as well. But the copying part, I've been see this morning. Bryson's morning work was completely finished. Interesting. Okay. Fun times. Just stopping by before I go on a therapy run. I often need therapy after I have witnessed something that I myself have done. So I don't blame you for needing therapy after witnessing my strength. It's a thing. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. All right. We're into biceps. This is what I'm doing. Supinated dumbbell curls. Seven, 8, 9, 13, 14, 15, 17, 19, 20. Woo. One of the things I'm trying to do with this is keep my elbows pinned right to my sides, and I lean over a bit, kind of maximize the range that I'm going to have tension with the weights. So Kulos, his teacher, is telling me the opposite is happening with Joel and Bryson, that Joel is initiating a lot of the talking. So I'm not going to say my kid is an angel, but there's definitely some behaviors happening there that need to stop from both kids. And, it's not so much, I won't go far as to say I suspected as much. I'm just not surprised that Joel is, I don't want to say reacting the way that he is, but kids are kids. That's what it boils down to. This song. So back to working out with dumbbell curls. You want to do them slow. You want the negative to be even slower. And with these, I'm basically lifting my pinky to the outside, so I'm twisting my arm this way. I'm not trying to put my arm like this, but I'm just so you can see the curve of my wrist. It's going this clockwise. And that's going to give me an extra little squeeze on that bicep at the top. Get those, maximize them gains, bruh. Please don't ever let me say that again. All right. Six. And 12. 13. 14. 19. 20. So it just occurred to me the first time I ever heard this song. A long time ago, I went on a blind date. It wasn't nobody set it up. It was one of those where it was a person on Facebook that had a lot of mutual friends with. One of us friended the other. I honestly don't know who. And she had the same last name as someone I went to school with. Turns out they were cousins. That's neither here nor there. But she lived near me, and she messaged me. She's like, "Hey, I am going to this bar. Would you like to go?" And I was like, "All right, cool." So I go, and now again, it's a long time ago. So I am, I may be paraphrasing a bit. I used to tell the story a lot better. I sit down, and right off the bat, she leads with this. So I'm bisexual, like, okay, and went right into how her parents can't stand it, and that she was like, yeah, so I mean, I can't even imagine what they do if they found out I had my nipples pierced. I'm like, I like, and we ordered. Who the fuck starts a conversation like that? And started going on and on about how like I I don't even know how recent it was, but sometime recently before that, she took some dude home and his friend. And I'm like, okay. Um, and then at this point, now I'm like, red alert, red alert. Like this is not even a woman anymore. She is a collection of red flags that have been sewn together to resemble a human. Um, and she at various points was like, "Hey, I'll be right back." Okay, gets up, goes off, starts dancing with these other dudes. And I'm like, at one point she wanted me to dance. I'm just like, okay, one, I do not dance. Two, I think your dance card is full. I'm like, I'm gonna go home. I'm good, thank you. So, and it was a lot crazier than that. I wish I could remember a lot of the details because, and this is relevant to the story. I put a post on Facebook about it. Didn't mention any names, but a friend of mine messaged me and went, "Was it this person by any chance?" I'm like, "Yes." How did you know that? Apparently, this girl went on one date with a buddy of mine who is now my friend's husband. Um, one date and stalked him for 2 years, talking about kids and getting married. Like, and this lasted into the point where my two friends were about to get married. Like, it's nuts. So fast forward a bit, every once in a while, I would stalk her Facebook profile. Just because, if nothing else, it was amusing, right? This chick had managed to get knocked up, and I think married. And all I can think of is, you poor boy. And at some point before that, just occurred to me, she was messing around with a couple guys. Like, whatever, I'm not going to slut shame. You do you, boo boo. But she, the fact that I could tell that from her Facebook status should tell you something right there. And I guess she had been sending pictures to one of them. He found out about the other guy and sent them all to the other guy. And she was basically upset that one guy was ruining the relationship with the other guy. Girl. You want to play the game? You play the game, okay? But you have to understand, like, wow. This girl was cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Seriously. One fucking date where I think I maybe stayed at this bar for 2 hours. Tops. Okay. Let me see if I can find her. Because she just, seeing stupid people makes me feel good about myself. I only remember her last name though. Also, I wonder if I blocked her because she was nuts. Oh, if I could only remember her first name. That's definitely not her. Okay, well, anyway, yeah. That's yeah, absolutely batshit crazy. I have dated some batshit crazy. All right, these are spider curls. I'm gonna lay belly down on the back of my bench. And then I'm just going to try to get a 90-degree or better range of motion with the dumbbell without knocking myself on the ground. That's the hard part. Anyway, why that song reminded me of her is it came on at the bar 3 times because it was her favorite song. Oh. Whew. And these are called spider curls. I've also heard incline curls, which would be the opposite, where I've got my back on this incline. I've heard those called spider curls as well. I'm being honest. I'm not sure. I think belly down is the correct what is actually known as a spider curl. Not entirely sure. I am considering getting a CPT, certified personal trainer. If for no other reason than to get a little more knowledge in a structured way. I learn better that way, and to add some credibility. But I'm not sure. Like, there's multiple certifications. There's ISSA, there's NASM, there's ACE. I believe ISSA and NASM are the two most respected. ISSA is somewhat cheaper. NASM is kind of the gold standard in America because it's NCAA accredited. It also costs money. So I'm weighing the pros and cons there. I just think that if for no other reason, getting a structured way to study and learn is going to be beneficial to me. ISSA is also easier, just because it's almost entirely online. It is open book, which reduces test anxiety. It doesn't mean that the people that took ISSA are less knowledgeable. But you know, there's one thing that I have learned over the years in academia. Knowing the knowledge is important. Like, being able to just know it is important. But more important is that when you have a gap in your knowledge, knowing how to find it from a credible source. I think that is more important than being able to commit it to memory. I know a lot of people that are fucking dumb as bricks, but have photographic memories. So they're great at tests. Morning, Kev. Hope you're well. It's been real stressful for me lately. I'm so sorry, Wolverine dude. Other than that, how are you doing, brother? I hope the stress passes. I hope you can relax. Hope you get your ass moving like you said you wanted to. That's just a little bit of motivation, man. You want to sit back, relax all day? I ain't gonna judge you. I stress out if I just let my executive dysfunction get the better of me. I think that was my second set, but I'm honestly not sure. I'm so sorry to hear that. For the best or not, that is rough. It's really rough. I miss my dogs so much. I when I lived in Flint, I had a black lab named Lola and a Basset Beagle mix named Rico, and I had to give them both up when I moved. I absolutely had to move, and the lease, we could only really find one place that would lease us a place to live at that point, because Jen and I were both in school full time, so we couldn't prove income outside of our financial aid, which hilariously A lot of places are like, you can't use your financial aid for that. That's not what that's for. I'm like, bullshit, it's not. It's for housing. Like, I'm not moving my kids into a dorm, you jackass. So anyway, um, I had an hour-long commute, so I could not continue doing that for grad school. Are you? Wow. Okay, I have an interview with U of M. Great. Um, and so I had to rehome my dogs. I wasn't going to give them to a shelter or anything like that. I wanted to know they were going with somebody I could trust. So we gave Lola to someone in the family. Um, and I give Rico to the mother of a friend of mine. Rico had lived out his years very happy with another dog to play with and a retired woman that could play with him all the time. Lola, it was a lot sadder, and I no longer talk to them over that. I know that they treated her with love, but she was not watched very closely, and yeah. And I also was not told when they put her down. I found out after the fact. I had raised that dog since she was a puppy, so I was very upset about that. Oh, last set. That's all I got. Oh my god. Woo. Get this out of the way. Woo. Sorry for the downer talk. Wolverine just reminded me of that, and I'm still. I mean, this was years ago, and I've still got some issues about it. And I would love to have a dog here, but um, a lot of the family has allergies. What can you do? You know, it is never easy. No. Um, you know, I've had several dogs over the years. Um, oh, I'm old. And when I mean I have had several dogs, like a lot of those were when I was living with my parents. I have a thing for labs, though. Anyone will tell you. Uh, Hairless breeds. It's not the hair, though. It's the dander. That's the issue. There are only so many hypoallergenic breeds. Um, you can still have dander without having hair. You like that shirt? Thank you. I got this off of Amazon. They've got a bunch of superhero compression shirts. I think I bought all of them. Um, I, they come from someplace in China, so the sizes are not always great. I found a Wolverine one. I snatched it up at double XL, and I can't get it past my boobies. Um, that thing is small. I actually have two Wolverine shirts. One of them is a little bit more modern, like from the movies. And one of them is like the classic X-Men uniform. You know, the yellow and blue with a little X belt buckle. Neither of them fit me. Nah. I have an Iron Man tank top. It's a black tank top, little arc reactor here, and you can definitely see right through it because it's so fucking tight on me. So I'm gonna call that a workout. That was actually a decent workout. My arms are absolutely toast. So you know, you chalk this up to, you know, I didn't eat as much as I normally do. Um, before this workout, I'm making a ton of excuses. It's not that I'm making excuses. It's just this is kind of what goes into my line of thinking when I'm deciding how hard I'm going to go. I didn't eat as much as I normally do beforehand. I didn't have my like power pancake breakfast or anything. I just had some yogurt, a banana, protein bar, and a protein shake. And it's you know the macros and whatnot don't add up to what those protein pancakes do. I just needed to switch. And yesterday was just a long day for me. So it's a lot of just decide listening to your body and your watch went off. Thanks. Um ooh, arms are looking good though. Damn. Check that shit. That's the one I worked yesterday. Got that little horseshoe going on. I don't flex too often in front of a camera. Because my biceps like they're big enough, but I don't have like the definition. So yeah, I mean, the arms are big, they just don't look defined. And then I mean, the only time I look like I had a six pack is when I'm wearing a shirt that has one drawn on. So there's that. But thank you. All right, so I have a ton of shit I have to do today before I teach an hour-long lesson at 5, and then have a rehearsal right after that. It's first orchestra rehearsal tonight with Cunning Little Vixen. I don't think it's gonna be a long rehearsal, but they do have a scheduled 7:30 to 10. I might only be there till 7:45. We may just walk in, do the stuff with us, and leave. I have no idea. But it's a long day. And in addition to all that, I still have some cooking I have to do. I have a whole lot of cleaning I got to do. And I've got to go get Jen's prescription. She has some meds up at the pharmacy. So I got to get those. So I will be back tomorrow at 10 a.m. Gonna be leg day. Specifically, it's booty day. We gonna do butt stuff tomorrow. And by butt stuff, I mean squats. That's all there is to it. So make sure you come back tomorrow. If you're not a part of my Discord already, links in chat. Join the Wolverine Nation in the Discord. I have the greatest community on Twitch. We're just all really quiet right now because I was gone for 2 years. So getting those conversations started is a little bit more challenging, but there's a ton of resources in there, a lot of really good people, and a meme chat, which is phenomenal. I do drop fire memes if I do say so myself. Also, this weekend, I'm unsupervised. I have no idea what I'm going to be doing. I may be here streaming for 2 solid days. I do have rehearsals I have to do. But like, do I even have anything on Saturday? Let's look at my calendar. Let's take a look at this. So tomorrow, I just have I have picking the kids up, dropping the kids off, and picking them up and sending them off to grandma. Jen is working a double shift tomorrow, and she's going off to grandma because she needs to fix her brakes. And she's the grease monkey. I am not. So I'm just going to be here. And then Saturday, I have an afternoon rehearsal in Ferndale for my Renaissance Festival show that is doing a private 80s party in August. This is the first time I've seen all these people in person in a couple of years. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're doing a lot of dick and fart jokes. That's all I have that day. Sunday, which is Orthodox Easter, by the way. Also Cinco de Drinko. I have a 5-hour rehearsal for Cunning Little Vixen. This rehearsal will give you an idea of what it's like to be a professional performer in a show where you don't have a lot to do. What they are deciding, since we are background kind of spirit of the forest voices, is that we need to have this ethereal, far away quality. We have a 3-hour rehearsal just to decide where in the opera house they're going to stick us. My 10 minutes of music, we are going to sing from various positions inside the opera house. In the wings, might be in the orchestra pit, might be in the motherfucking balcony. I have no idea. That's what we're doing for the first 3 hours. And then we have our Sitzprobe, which is a full run through of the show musically with orchestra. We just sit and sing. That's it. So I may be on here a lot this weekend, or I may find something else to do. I have absolutely no clue. However, look for your notifications. If nothing else, I will be here tomorrow at 10 a.m. for legs and possibly shoulder day. We're going to bake that cake. We're going to clap these cheeks. Whatever you kids say nowadays. So until then, you guys have a great day and stay fresh, cheese bags.